again. It is Wing Nation presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. Talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week, and we are so glad that you'll join us here in the Hercules Tires studio. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Just ready to crown some champions.
I know.
I mean, it's going to be good. We know in the world of Outlaws who we have. I'm going out to Phoenix to do that NASCAR thing. We have no clue who's going to do that.
Yeah, that's gotten exciting.
Jeez, God, Louise, holy cow. So, crazy times, that's for sure. And World Finals is here. We've got Dryden Wing Nation shows.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to come in here next week and then pump the big old brakes on everything. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my gosh, it's crazy. It
And I
really
love that we're going to have nice warm weather for the World Finals like usual.
I heard my local weather on the radio this morning. I'm like, oh, man, I may have won going to Phoenix.
Yeah, you're going to be a little warmer for sure.
Yeah,
30s.
Yeah, I know. Ay.
Oof.
Woo! Man, I
feel like every year, well, everyone talks about the World Finals always being cold. And I'm like, I feel like our winters aren't that bad here. But for some reason, every year it seems like this week, the weather just changed. Like we've been like warm, done.
Yeah, I sat out last Monday and Tuesday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week, I was at Walkopedia, Carolina Midget Show. And I sat there one night and froze. And I had a fair amount of clothing with me. I didn't have everything. I had everything the rest of the week. I was fine. But, and then I went out to the World Short Track Championships on Friday night over at the dirt track, and I had everything with me, and I wasn't bad.
Yeah. This weekend was kind of mild, but here we
then
go.
This coming, it's going to be. So those of y'all coming from elsewhere, bundle up, bring some clothes, or just go buy Wing Nation sweatshirt. No, do that. But, go buy some clothes, that's for sure. So let's get into it, our Hefner Racing product hot topics. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. They had a pair of races this past weekend. Lawton Speedway. Carson Macedo, 11th win of the season. Man, he has really put together a nice season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Really has. And on Saturday, it was the Texas Outlaw Nationals, where it all began, the famed Devil's Bowl in Mesquite, Texas. Logan Schuchart picking up the win. We're going to chat with Logan today on the show, driving that Dryden car. 30th career World of Outlaw win, tying him with his grandfather.
That's pretty special.
That's really cool. Really cool. That puts him in the top 20 in the all-time list of World of Outlaws. That doesn't seem possible at all.
No, for how young he is.
And
when you look at the list, the other 19 on that list, you're like, oh, that's accomplishing something. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty stout. His 7th win of the season. We mentioned this already. Brad Sweet needs to just start the World Finals to be crowned for his 3rd champion.
Oh.
King of the West, NARC Series. Keller Auto Speedway, Hanford, the Anthony Simone Classic. Shane Golobic had 5 runner-up finishes this year in the NARC Tour. He didn't finish runner-up on Friday night. Parked it for $10,000. How about that?
That's a good way to end the season.
Good time to do it. Yeah. And then this is the one where they took the wings off, and not a shocker here, Sunshine one, Tyler Courtney, one when they took the wings off. Saturday night, they went to Bakersfield, and Justin Sanders, and we've talked so much this year about Justin Sanders and Dominic Scelzi. Yep. It was toe to toe. I mean, it was head to head. Sanders got the win in the Paul Silva number 57. 5th NARC win of the season, 21st overall win. Him and Dominic both have 21 wins.
That's
with the 360s and the
amazing.
Amazing season. So everyone got what they wanted there with the 2 big dogs going toe to toe. And they have one more race this weekend, and Dominic's got that pretty much locked up, is locked up the NARC championship. ASCS Sooner Region, Friday and Saturday, Creek County Speedway in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. The Fall Fling, Friday night, Seth Bergman. Saturday night, Seth Bergman with a last lap pass. He swept the weekend. We're going to talk to Seth Bergman. I don't know that we've talked to him this year.
I don't think we have.
If we did, we did early, but I don't think we have.
Yeah.
He hasn't raced as much. So it's perfect time for this, just as we were recording all the shows last week, which, by the way, series, tracks, sanctioning bodies, 12:30 on Tuesday. Don't drop your news.
Yeah.
Drop it at 11.
It's happened a few times in the last month.
Yeah, in the last month. It's been like do us a favor, do us a solid. So last
give us
week,
a call first.
Yeah, give us a call us first. You know, if it's big enough news, we might even get you on. You know, I mean, ASCS has been sold. Okay, and this goes, and I actually like that this ties into the Sooner region. Because part of the Hahn family is Creek County Speedway. That's Steve Hahn. But ASCS was sold, and the Hahn family: Emmett, Fuzzy, Donna, Steve, and Tommy. Okay, and co-founders of the Chili Bowl, and in 1992, Emmett founded the ASCS Tour. And so the family has all been so critical in all of this. You know, when you look at the three kids, Donna has done so much in the admin portion of it, and just, you need something done, Donna's the one to get it done. You know, Steve has been so active and so involved with the Chili Bowl, but he's done so much at Creek County. That's kind of been his world there. And then Tommy's been so involved with everything at the Chili Bowl and everywhere. And then he's actually the one that's fielding Blake's team. So, great family. And Emmett's 80 plus years old. I saw one where it was 80 and I saw one that says 84. Yeah. But I mean, it's like he's 80 plus years old. Earlier this year, a couple months ago, Fuzzy, his wife of 63 years, passed away. So obviously a lot has changed. And when you're 80 plus years old and things change like that, you probably realize it's time. And the beauty of this story is, I think the Hahn family, and obviously they're going to keep going across the board. So the Hahns are not done by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. But there's a Terry Maddox. He's late 20s.
Wow, I didn't realize how young he was.
Yeah, very young. He's been involved in everything. Like, he's been the series director for the Sooner region for the last 10 years. For the last 4 years for the national tour, he did all their national scheduling. He formed a national, this is the biggest 600 micro series in the country, the National Open Wheel 600 series. And he's been co-owner of the Oil Capital Racing Series, which is a 360 series in Oklahoma. So Terry's obviously in the building there, and he's going to be the new guy. And Terry's a great guy. I've met him a few times, and he's just a wonderful guy with a wonderful passion. He's the flagger at the Chili Bowl. He's the one who walks out on the track in front of the cars.
A little braver than I.
Yeah. Terry's, this is like, and I'm fairly confident this probably, the timing with Fuzzy's passing and Emmett being where he is, it's like, the challenge at that point is who, you know, because it's a passion business for the Hahn family, for all of them.
Yep. And
it's like, the good news is they had Terry right there in the wing. You know, it's not like, well, should we sell, and then who do we sell to?
Yeah.
This is good. And Emmett's going to work with Terry all next year on the transition. Terry's working on dates and races and changes, and not a lot of, I don't think there's a lot of changes coming. But the end of an era, if you will, but the beginning of an era. I have complete confidence in Terry. I just think that, I think that Terry Maddox is, there's a lot of young promoters in our sport, and I think Terry Maddox is one of the really young guys that we need to keep an eye on that's going to take this sport to the next level. So kudos to, again, the Hahn family, Emmett, Donna, Steve, Tommy, and everybody there. I mean, just what a, one of the top families in all of sprint car racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we certainly wish Emmett the best in his semi-retirement. Of course, he's got the Chili Bowl.
And I don't think Emmett can totally, knowing his personality, as long as I've known him, they're not going to keep him.
You know, it's good stuff. It's just, they're just a wonderful family. I've gotten to know Donna and Tommy more. I was reading actually a little bit more about Steve this week, and I know Tommy from, I see him on the tour all the time, and I know Donna from dealing with her. And Steve's just phenomenal. What he's done with Creek County and Popa, Oklahoma, what he's done there, and with the Chili Bowl, and with the micro race out there and everything like that. I mean, it's just, the kids are just unreal, all three of them. And it's sad, but it's sad, but it's happy. It's natural. It's normal.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue on with great ASCS racing, and that's the good. So there you have it. And there you have our Hefner Racing Products Hot Topics. All right. Now, The absolute number one pit utility vehicle in sprint car and midget racing is a custom mule conversion from HRP, and I know what I'm talking about here. It starts with a solid platform, dependable, great-looking Kawasaki mule, and Erin, it's customized and built to each customer's specifications.
Yep, there's option like generator, air compressor, shock and radius rod racks, amazing toolboxes and drawers, LED lighting, walk-on roofs, and more. HRP mule conversions perform, outlast, and maintain their value better than any other utility vehicle.
HRP Mules raising the standard again in pit utility vehicles, Hefner Racing products. HRPRacing.com. That's www.hrpracing.com. Mentioned this a little bit ago. Logan Schuchart. How about this one? It was the Texas Outlaw Showdown, Texas Outlaw Nationals at Devil's Bowl. Aaron Jennison out there looking for his first win. He was great. Did great. Carson Macedo slowly tracking him down, and then not slowly, like a shark. Get what I did there, shark racing. Here comes Logan Schuchart. Here's Johnny Gibson with a call.
And now for the Dryden death-defying move of the week, where one driver simply amazes us with their on-track moves.
Macedo to the inside of Ayrton Jennison. Can he make the move for the lead? He can't. And now Logan Schuchart around Macedo for second. Logan Schuchart up to second now and stalking leader Ayrton Jennison. Schuchart started eighth and now makes the move for the lead out of turn number 4. Logan Schuchart, the leader on lap 24.
That death-defying move was brought to you by Dryden Diesel All Def, the official def of the world of outlaws and wheelmen everywhere. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
Pride, passion, performance. We are Team Dryden.
Circle B DIECAST is the new DIECAST outlet from Plan B Sales. What started as Lionel and Chase Authentics apparel distributor has grown into the largest distributor of diecast and now includes Auto World Greenlight Collectibles, Brand Art, Sam Bass Artwork, and University of Racing lines. They have a huge inventory. The folks at Circle B Diecast love racing and support drivers like Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Christopher Bell, and many others with sponsorships and partnerships. And on orders over $20, use promo code MRN for free shipping. Check them out, circlebdiecast.com.
It is Wing Nation presented by Hercules Tires. Let's go to the Dryden hotline. Well, the Dryden driver is joining us there, fresh off from that big win, his 30th career World of Outlaw win at the Devil's Bowl. Logan Schuchart's on the line. Hello, Logan. How are you?
Hey, Steve. I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Congratulations. Man, that had to be pretty neat to tie your grandfather in wins for World of Outlaws.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. You know, we got close a few weeks ago. It would have been pretty special to do that in his car at the National Open, and just didn't work out a few weeks ago. But we're able to still pick it up in 2021 and get that at Devil's Bowl, really where the Outlaws got started, kind of birthplace of the Outlaws, and a place where my grandfather had some success in his racing career, and we've really done well in the last few years. So pretty cool, pretty special moment to tie him as far as the all-time win list. But most importantly, or what means the most, is I was able to do that with him by my side. So it's a pretty awesome accomplishment, and I hope to keep adding them to the list.
Logan, talk about the race. It seemed like, I don't know, somewhere halfway through the race, you just either found something, your car came to you, something happened. I mean, you look like you were on rails passing some of the leaders. It was pretty impressive.
Well, the track was pretty wet compared to what it has been in the past, or, different times we've raced the Devil's Bowl, but we also haven't been there this late in the year. So it was, it started out, when the sun was out, it looked like it was dry and it wasn't is going to blow off in qualifying. And I feel like that's maybe why we didn't qualify as well. As we just tightened our car up, thinking that the track was pretty hard, and it actually stayed pretty fast in qualifying. So we just didn't have the speed that we needed to. But as the night went on, I felt like we were good, and we were going to have a good chance to race well later on. And last year when we won, we started 5th, so we had to pass some cars to get up there and make that one happen. And I was just going to try and take, one step at a time, try and get one car, make good moves, try and limit the mistakes. And I think it was a restart. There's a few guys that I knew were going to be tough to pass. It's always going to be tough to pass Donnie and pass Brad. And if you're going to get a chance to do it, you're going to have to make it happen because they're not going to give you too many opportunities. So I think I was able to get Donnie on a restart. I was running 6th or 7th for a good part of the race, like he said. And we had a restart there halfway through the race, and I was able to get by Donnie on a restart and kind of get around Brad on the outside, and then just try to make the top work in 3 and 4, and the bottom was working really well in 1 and 2. So, which is lots of times the case at Devil's Bowl. So, just able to make the top work in 3 and 4 is where I really would make up some ground, and was able to take the lead.
Logan, you're a young kid. You're a young man. I know you've been doing this your 8th season for the World of Outlaws. You're a young guy. Erin and I are sitting here. We're shaking our heads because, and it's great you've tied your grandfather. I think the personal end of it there. But does it even seem possible that you are now in the top 20 of World of Outlaw wins?
It sounds really cool for sure. There's a lot of big names on that list. Some of them might not have been able to race as long as I have, but there's a lot of legends in the sport that made me want to do this, and the biggest one of all is my grandfather. So it's like I said, it's really cool to be on that list with him, and I plan on doing this for a really long time. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and definitely wouldn't be able to do it with the help of our sponsors, our partners in Dryden, and how great they've been to us. Dave Klinger, Al Johnson, and everybody that's a part of Dryden, and it's been awesome with their partnership. And C&D Rigging, we actually had them there this past weekend with Kevin and his wife Anna Marie, so that was pretty awesome to have them there and to win another race. And NGK Spark Plugs is also the sponsor of the World Finals this weekend. They've been awesome to us, and we definitely wouldn't have been able to excel and take this program to the next level with the help of our sponsors. So, and my guys, they do a fantastic job. I'm sitting here, I'm still driving to North Carolina, and my guys are already working on the cars. So this Ron Helmick, Ben Whitman, Brendan Collins, Tyler Garber, Jack Eckert, they work their butts off, and it's really cool to work alongside guys that share the same amount of passion that you do, that want to win and are really here for the right reason.
Logan, your grandfather after the race said something along the lines like, it doesn't matter how many races I won, I want to just see how many more you're going to win. What was it like? What was your grandfather's reaction when you got out of the car? What has that been like to have such a huge moment in your career and know that you guys both have 30 wins currently?
Well, he is more excited than what I've seen him in the past. He gets excited when we win, but he is pretty pumped up in victory lane. I think because we started a little bit further back and we had to pass some good cars to get there, made him even more excited. So he is pretty pumped up in victory lane, and definitely a cool moment. He doesn't, if anybody knows him, he doesn't think a whole lot about his wins or trophies and stuff like that. He thinks about the present, and he is passed by his time of being a driver and enjoys being a car owner and seeing his boys win and building motors with Michael Newman and trying to make ourselves or our race team faster day by day. And if anybody's on social media, I saw his tweet last night, and I don't know it word by word, but it made me laugh and smile just seeing his passion as he is at his age. And he just, he already said, basically that he can't wait for 2022 and to get back and seeing the World of Outlaws schedule and where we're going to be, and just that he can't wait to get back to racing. So it's awesome when you have a car owner like that, let alone being your grandfather and sharing that passion and let him instill that in you.
I started the question a few ago with "You're so young." Okay, now I'm going to go the other end of the extreme because we had your grandfather on Wing Nation, our television program, a couple weeks ago. I marvel at how you talk about him living in the present, and he certainly does. He doesn't worry about his past successes. What amazes me is his vision of the future, which started years ago with you kids coming up through this thing. But that to me is so fascinating about him. His passion for the future. He's already looking forward to next season. That's an amazing characteristic that your grandfather has.
Yeah, he loves racing. That's what he's done his whole life, and that's all he really knows. So he's not, and he'll tell you, I'm not going to sit back in a rocking chair and just gaze at the sunrise for the rest of my years. I'm going to go racing. That's what I want to do as long as I can do it. So, fortunately, we, with our sponsors and our partners with Dragon, C&D Rigging, and everybody, we've able to have some CDL drivers where the guys can kind of take over the truck driving job, and my grandpa can ride along, and he's not just riding along. He went back this week. He's trying to run errands, get engine parts, and get things done. So he's still, on the gas constantly. I talked to him on the phone this morning, and he's just rambling off, rambling off with engine stuff or how he thinks we can make this car better, what we can do with this engine, and he just never stops. So that's where his mind's at. That's where he loves racing and he wants to win. So, like I said, it's awesome to share that passion with anybody as a car owner, but especially when it's your grandfather.
Yeah, his tweet, and I just dialed it up while we were sitting here chatting with you. His tweet, this was after the schedule was announced, the World of Outlaws schedule was announced, okay? I'm so excited about next year's World of Outlaws schedule. My head's about to explode with can't wait. Can't wait for it to be here. We've got to be ready. We've got to be the best. We have best we have ever been, Shark Racing and all of our partners. I mean, I was going to ask you, Logan, are you relieved to get to the end of the season? But I think your grandfather said it's not the end of the season. It's Volusia's coming up next.
Yeah, it doesn't. They're really. It's kind of crazy when you think about off season. Really, the nice part about it is we get to be home. I don't want to stop racing. I wish we could race all the time. I do enjoy being home for a little bit, but as far as the off season goes, there's really no such thing. You get right back to the shop. You start tearing stuff apart, work on stuff that you're going to get rid of, and try and build up for the next season, which really is, an all-day, everyday deal up until the week before Volusia. So it's the off-season's filled with, time spent in the shop, and then you got to take a little bit of a break for the holidays. So it's a tough deal, but we enjoy that part also and trying to prepare for next season.
Logan, looking towards next year, obviously there has to be a lot of excitement. 2 years ago, you had a very consistent season. This year wasn't as consistent, but you had a lot of big wins. Just talk about your year. September on, you've been strong. I know you didn't have the summer you wanted, but you guys do have a lot of great momentum going.
I felt like we were strong the whole year. I feel like there was some DNFs, or even this fall, I feel like our finishes were a lot better. I feel like we had the opportunity to do that a good bit throughout the summer. And through this fall, fell out in Pico the first night off of, an incident there in the beginning of the race. And then, trying to take the lead at Port Royal, it fell out, hitting a lap car. So those little things I feel like are what, slowed our season down from progression from last year. And, we're winning about the same races. I felt like we would do better in that category, but we have, I think, now 12 or 13 second-place finishes this year. So that's pretty huge. They could easily turn into wins and be double-digit wins next year maybe. That's the hope, but everybody has that mindset. They're all going to be better, and we just have to make sure we're working hard and doing the right things, that we have that little bit of an extra edge in making the right decisions next year.
So you're headed to North Carolina. You headed down to the McLean State. Is that where you guys see the team is down there? Is that where you're headed to?
Yeah, Jake and Brandon, they're playing there. Been awesome to us. They've, throughout our years on the road, have saved us a few times, and fortunate enough that their family is letting the race team work out of their shop this week. So thanks and shout out to them, and for having them shark racing again.
The McLean boys, they don't come any better than them. And Doug, their old man, it's just good folks, that's for sure. Logan, you got the World Finals coming up. You won actually last year in the last call race. We wish you the best this weekend, and can't wait. We're like your grandfather. We can't wait for 2022 either. Thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
There we go. Driver of that Dryden car, Logan Schuchart. I had the chance Friday night. I was out at the World Short Track Championships, the Dryden World Short Track Championships. Caught up with Dave Klinger. I hadn't talked to Dave in a bit.
Yeah.
And really had a great visit with him. He's very similar to Bobby, too, like forward-thinking, very forward-thinking as
Positive.
well. And we were right in the middle of something, and it struck him. Wait a minute. Turns around and grabs his phone. He had Dirt Vision on his phone. Okay, they haven't started in Lawton yet. So it was really cool to catch up with Dave Klinger. Such a key part to everything that Shark Racing does. We do as well. So fun to catch up with everybody, and kudos to Logan Schuchart on that victory.
Power isn't born. It's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers, whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Just like racing components, Aggressive Hydraulics purpose-builds hydraulic cylinders to perform for customer-specific applications. They design and manufacture mobile-style, single-stage cylinders, as well as multi-stage telescopic cylinders. It's a no one-size-fits-all approach with Aggressive Hydraulics. Hydraulic solutions for virtually every industry that uses hydraulic cylinders. They proudly design and manufacture all cylinders in the United States. Check out the video of their story at aggressivehydraulics.com.
Sunoco is a proud partner of Wing Nation. Not all fuels are created equal, so fill up with Sunoco Ultratech. Sunoco Ultratech is a top-tier detergent gasoline that is proven to make your engine run cleaner, longer, and more efficiently. Using the same detergent package as what is blended into some of Sunoco's high-performance race fuels, you can trust Ultratech for your everyday race. Whether you're headed to the track or just hitting the road, fill up with Sunoco Ultratech and fuel your best. We have, over the course of history, met some of the most wonderful people doing this show. People, you've been on the tour, you've known a lot of these people, but then we get introduced to new people and we see them at the track and they become fast friends, just like people we've known for years and years. And one of my favorite people that we've gotten to know over the course of time is Seth Bergman. He had a lot of success in Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, and then we kind of lost touch a little bit, and we see a sporadic schedule, and then I look this weekend, and he just sweeps everything at Creek County. He joins us on the Dryden Hotline. Hello, Seth. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We're doing well. Congratulations. What a weekend there in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Looks like you took care of business.
Yeah, I haven't really been racing a whole lot lately, and Creek County is only like 20 minutes from my house, so it's in my backyard. So anytime I get an opportunity to go over there, of course I want to go just because it's so close to home, you know?
Seth, what is it about Creek County that suits your style? I think that was your 10th win there. That's pretty impressive. It's a little bull ring, correct?
Yeah, it's small. I don't know. To answer your question, when I first started traveling away from the West Coast, we went to Creek, and it was just like one of those places that was good to me, like right off the bat. So it's just never really had a bad experience there. I've always gone there. Like I said, it's treated me well. I've always felt like I've understood it fairly well from a driver's standpoint and just always had success and really enjoy going there. So,
how important is that for a driver? Because there are tracks like Creek County, and I'm sure there's other tracks where you've not had a good moment at. What's that like for a driver, pulling down the pit road and signing in and coming into a place like Creek County? And how important is that for you as you pull into a racetrack?
I think it's important, but honestly, I try not to get too, weirded out by any of the places. I mean, I've always gone good at Creek. I really like it, but I just treat it like any other place. There's places, there's dirt tracks all over the country we go to, and I enjoy going to most of them just as much as I do Creek. It just so happens me and that speedway now kind of, we got like this thing going on and people pay attention and, have noticed that I've had a lot of success there. So I guess a little bit of hype gets built up around that way, but honestly, I just enjoy going there. For me now, it's like I said, it's like 30 minutes from my house, so I can go to the races and I can come home, and it just makes the whole experience fun. It's close to home, so the family can go, and not only do we go good there, but like I said, the family gets to go, and we get a lot of fun doing that. Get to have a lot of fun doing that stuff too. So.
To sweep a weekend for anyone is really impressive, but it's even more impressive when you've run part-time. You really haven't raced all that much this year. How has it been to try to race part-time? I did it a little myself many moons ago, and to me it was frustrating. It was hard to stay on top of things, but obviously it doesn't seem to be a problem for you going out and winning too this weekend.
Yeah, I've taken, I guess, more time off lately than I want to. I'm most certainly not stepping away from it in any aspect. A lot of people are asking me what I'm doing and if I'm retiring, and it's nothing like that. It's just, I just had some other things going on. But back to your question, it is tough. I always worry about it. So for me, I feel like when I'm not racing, I'm always working hard at being good in the car, but I feel like when I'm not racing, I'm really putting a lot of emphasis on making sure I'm good when I get back in the race car. So I spend a lot of time, probably an unhealthy amount of time sometimes, making sure I'm ready to go. And because I'm always worried about, like you're saying, when I climb back in, I worry about being rusty. So stepping away from the car and doing some other things, it makes me really hungry to get back doing it. And then, like I said, putting in a lot of work to try to make sure when I get back in has helped a lot too. And then it gives us a lot of time as well, Nate and I, to work in the shop and tinker on the thing and shave pounds off of it and come up with ideas to make it faster. So really, I haven't been in the seat a lot, but we spent a lot of time still, on myself in the car. And I think when we showed up to the track this weekend, that showed.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, it really does. One of the things that we've been fascinated as we've gotten to know you over the course of time is your just wonderful life outside of the race car. And I know you. Everyone aspires to be a full-time race car, but you and your wife and your two beautiful kids. I guess I'm going to start with how's the coffee company going along? You guys started that a couple of years ago, Evergreen Coffee Company. From everything I see, it looks like you guys are doing all right.
Yeah, good. Thanks for the shout out. It's going good. We still have our original location we opened, and that's, I'm blessed to say that's doing just as well now, if not better than it's ever doing. And we actually opened up another location. So we have two of them up and running now, and that's been a lot. It's been with two kids and the businesses. That's kind of a little bit of what's taken me away from full-time racing. But, growing up and all I ever focused on was racing. And then you have kids and a family, and there's another side to me too, and I love doing business. I love making money, as selfish as that may sound, but I'm passionate about that stuff too. So it's fun to kind of get that area of life set up and going and try to, handle that like racing and have success there. And that's been a lot of fun. And those are going good now though, and it's kind of, those are up and running, and a lot of my time now can kind of get focused back on the racing, it seems like. And my kids are starting school now, so busy doing that, and just, getting older and kids and business, you get busy, and it's kind of taking me away from it a little bit, but certainly hasn't made me want to step away from racing. Just, get busy doing some other things for a while. And now I feel like, going forward, I'm going to get pretty busy again in the race car, hopefully.
Seth, I saw pictures of your kids in Victory Lane with you this weekend. How neat has that been to transition to Victory Lane with your little kids watching and seeing what you're doing?
It's really neat. It's cool because I have memories from when I was that age, way back when my dad raced. And I have memories of going to the track and experiencing that and looking up to my dad, as a hero. And I think it taught me a lot of good things, and I think it teaches kids a lot of good things. So I want to make sure my kids are a part of that, and I can, recreate some similar memories. And I always worry about going to the track and not winning. I want my kids to be competitive, and I want them to see me win and see these things done. And so that drives me to win too, honestly, having your kids there looking up to their dad, who they hold really high in their minds. And I never want to disappoint that either. I told my daughter it was her birthday weekend that I'd bring her back a trophy, and they hold me to that, and they ask questions when I don't. So that was an extra little bit of motivation this weekend.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that'll put the fire right under your right under your keister with that for sure. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the kids, we talked a little bit about the business. We learned about your family dog that you found at Walmart. Okay, how is everything good with the dog?
I knew the lucky question was coming.
The
You always
lucky
ask
question,
about
that's
them.
right. No offense, Seth, but lucky is a big part of what we do around here, so we love that.
That's okay. I'm a dog guy, so I'm more than happy to talk about my dog.
Yeah. Everything good with Lucky?
He's doing good. Yeah, real good. I can't complain, man. I'm lucky. My kids are good. Other than my daughter just had a little mishap. She fell off the trampoline and broke her arm, so that was a lot to deal with. But we're on the road to recovery there, so that's good. And Lucky, he's doing really good. Same old Lucky dog. He actually, I've been going to the races lately with another team and helping them, and he hasn't been able to go. So we went racing this past weekend, and we got to bring him to the track. So we had a lot of fun. Yeah,
it was Dominic Selzy. We got sharing with Dominic Selzy because he adopted a dog at a truck stop or somewhere outside of a racetrack. Exactly. It's outside of a racetrack. Him and Donnie Schatz, they got into an argument over who was going to take it. And I said, well, the Bergmans have one as well. So racetrack dogs, that's pretty cool. That's for sure.
Yeah, if he's thankful. I mean, you can tell it's a lot of people say strays seem like they're a little bit more thankful and realize what's the situation. But Lucky's been a great dog. Like, we found him in a parking lot when we were in Houston, Texas. Somebody ditched him, I told you before, and we picked him up. And, dude, I think we're going on close to 6 years now that he's been with me and hasn't missed a beat. He loves going to the races, and he's good with the kids. So, yeah, Lucky's doing good. Everybody's doing good. Thanks for asking.
It's funny you say that because we had one, a stray, showed up. This dog is a mess. This dog is part poodle. Legs are about 6 feet long, it seems like. I call him spears because he hits you in all the wrong places when he lands on your lap. I mean, this dog, and he's just his snaggly teeth, you know. I mean, this dog is a stray that had one really good day. It was Halloween about 3 years ago when he met my daughter. And she's like, Dad, can we keep him? I'm like, my God, I don't even want him in the house. He's a mess. This dog is the most appreciative, loving animal on the planet. So I'm with you on stray dogs, man. I'll tell you what, you're right about that.
As my vet would say, they hit the puppy Powerball.
The puppy Powerball.
Yeah. When they get picked up and get the good life, they hit the puppy Powerball.
Does. Sounds like Lucky does as well. That's great.
There's nothing like a dog. I'll tell you, I can come home at, a lot of times I'm rolling in from the races and we'll always kind of drive straight back home. And it'll be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's passed out when I get home. And he's sitting there by the door waiting, excited to see me. So it's no lie when they say dogs are man's best friend.
Absolutely. Yeah. Seth, you hinted at possibly some more races in the future. Do you have anything you're trying to set up in writing for next year? Or are you going to kind of wing it like maybe more so like this year?
Originally, we were going to kind of wing it and just kind of build a schedule of whatever we want to do, whatever made sense. And it seems like a lot of guys are kind of trending towards that now. And that's what I was going to do. But Terry Maddox at the American Sprint Car Series has taken over, and I've been in talks with him, and some of the things he's doing with his series and his points fund and the schedule and the format they want to run. That's a little bit of the reason why I got away from ASCS full-time recently, and talking to him and seeing what he's wanting to do and the direction he's wanting to take it has got me rejuvenated to try to go run another full season with them. So right now it's kind of looking like that's what we're going to do.
I'm not shocked at all. I've had just a little acquaintance with Terry Maddox, and I just feel like he is a great young mind, young promoter of our future. Fascinating. I didn't realize that, but I'm fascinated to hear that you're kind of looking at jumping on the bandwagon as well. That's pretty cool stuff. Exciting times for ASCS, it seems like.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot to look forward there. Hopefully, if there's somebody involved with the series and they're trying to take things in a good direction and I can support it. And I mean, I've been in 360 racing for a while, and that's just kind of the path I've gone down with my own stuff. And if I can see somebody really putting the effort out there to make things better for us and going forward, I'll do everything I can do to be a part of it.
I think you got a guy there with Terry for sure on that. Seth, congratulations on the great weekend. It is always great to catch up with the racing and the family and the business and the dog and everyone else. Always great to catch up. We appreciate the time, man.
I tell you, lately, it's I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I haven't raced much, so it's nice to get back in a race car and do something, win a couple races, get to talk to you again. So I appreciate you reaching out.
We're glad to have you. Glad to have you on the program. Thanks again.
All right, guys. Take care.
That is cool. I started this segment with, we have met some wonderful people on this tour. Seth is one of those people that you probably didn't know him prior to Wing Nation.
I'm too old.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
I did.
He's
one
of those.
I raced many moons ago.
Many moons ago, yes.
Yes.
He's just one of those people that has just been wonderful to get to know. I mean, just wonderful to get to know. Flow Racing is the home of grassroots racing, with over 1,300 races streaming live in 2021. Watch the Lucas Oil Chili Bowl, World 100, Dirt Late Model Dreams, Sweet 16, and much, much more. Subscribe today by going to flowracing.com/MRN. From sprint cars on dirt to SK Modifieds on pavement, arena cross, drag racing, and everything in between, it's here live and on demand. Subscribe today by going to flowracing.com/MRN. That's FLOracing.com/MRN.
Over 200 events from coast to coast, and they're celebrating 30 years of scattering soil. The American Sprint Cars Series, the world's largest sprint car sanctioning body, is bringing more thrills with wing and even more non-wing action in 2021. 11 regional tours, the national tour. No matter where you are, we're coming to a track near you. Can't be there? Get double the streaming fun with Racing Boys and FlowRacing.com, bringing all the adrenaline to your favorite streaming device. See the full lineup of events now at ASCSRacing.com.
Hey Ashley, what are you up to?
Oh, I just stopped by to grab some sage fruit apples. Now I just have to decide which ones.
You can never go wrong with a Honeycrisp. They're light, crisp, and full of perfectly balanced flavor.
Oh, hey!
You could always go with one of their classics, the Gala or Fuji. They're both sweet and juicy.
Grown in the heart of Eastern Washington, Sage Fruit Company works hard on the farm and with their retail partners to provide high-quality apples and pears to consumers all year long.
Well, I couldn't decide which ones. Thanks for the help, guys.
I'll race you to checkout.
It is the NTK World Finals at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, World of Outlaw Morton Building Late Models, Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds. Friday and Saturday, Dryden Wing Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Friday,
yeah,
from the Midway. Friday, and this is an Erin and Ashley extravaganza. I just don't even know what to expect on this. I expect my phone.
Man.
No. I expect my phone to be ringing with how great it was.
That's what I thought.
And how many people had such a wonderful time at Wing Nation.
I knew you were going there.
And exactly, that's right. So just give you an idea: Shane Stewart, Kerry Madsen, Danny Dietrich, Brett Marks, Chris Smokey Madden, Boom Briggs, because this is all three series we're going to do. We're leaning a little bit towards sprint cars, but we got some modifieds and some late model guys. Tyler Courtney, Logan Schuchart. Going to join us. Dave Klinger from Dryden. Donnie Schatz, Parker Price Miller. Going to be fascinating to hear from Parker Price and how he is doing. Spencer Baston. Modified drivers Matt Shepard, Billy Pouch Jr., Carson Macedo, David Gravel, and more. I think Brad Sweet's good to go now, too. I think that might have just been added in there as well. So,
big lineup.
Good times. Dryden World Wing Nation. Going to be in the afternoon. What's it, 2 o'clock? I think
2 to 3.
2 to 3. 2 to 3, right in the Midway, the fan zone area. Live show, and then streamed on all of our platforms and all of the Dirt Vision platforms. So if you're not there, that's the best way to start your day is Wing Nation, 2 o'clock on Wing Nation platforms and Dirt Vision platforms. So it just Facebook Live, exactly. So fun stuff, that's for sure. I'm gonna skedaddle right out of here because I'm headed to the place your mama warned you about. Cherokee Speedway tonight. It's the prelude to the World Finals. We've got late models, modifieds, and sprint cars.
What's the car count anyway?
I have
Expectations?
no idea.
Just see when you get there.
We'll see when we get there. There's part of me that's optimistic. There's part of me that's I'm not sure. We have to see, but it'll be good no matter what. If you choose to do this, and we would be grateful if you did, Pit Row TV. Pit Row TV is the pay-per-view. That's a company I do business with on the late model stuff, and I'm actually doing the pay-per-view tonight. So I'm excited about being out there and doing some pay-per-view with sprint cars, late models, and modifieds. If you're in the area also, tonight and tomorrow night, the Walkopedia Carolina Micro Showdown out at Millbridge. I think they're expecting between 60 and 80 cars.
Oof.
They had practice last night, and it is a stacked up, loaded field of cars. I'm telling you, this micro field may be as stacked as about any race in the country.
Really?
Oh, it's just, I've said this, Millbridge has really got it going on, and this is the culmination of a great season. If you can't catch that, it's on Dirt Vision tonight and tomorrow night as well. So just an exciting time here in Charlotte. It's World Finals week. Everybody's coming to town. Here at Logan Schuchart's already boogie down on his way down here. Everyone's coming to town. And I hope you enjoy Concord and Charlotte. This is a great area. Dress warm, though.
Yeah.
Dress warm. I think we covered it all, didn't we?
Think so.
I think so. Coming up on our Thursday show, our Sage Fruit podcast, Darren Pittman. We're going to catch up with him and see how his first year of part-time as
business owner.
Yes, and business owner is going. So we're going to have a good visit with Darren Pittman. And then this weekend, batten down the hatches, Wing Nation, presented by Sage Fruit, our television program, Gary Selzy. You're laughing.
Oh, boy.
I'm laughing. We're all laughing. Gary Selzy.
Love Gary Selzy.
Yes, Gary Selzy joins us, and he is wide open. So fun stuff, that is for sure. Great stuff. We appreciate Logan Schuchart and Seth Bergman for joining us. More important than all of that, though, thank you for joining us here on Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.